The one who doesn't know how to win his own heart, how will that person can rule somebody else's heart? And this is what Guru Nanak teaches, Manjit that. First you need to win the heart of your own mind. This is an incredible piece of poetry from Shri Guru Gobind Singh. Being a father, when I open those pages of history which you have read or heard so many times, he left the Fort Anandpur, and one of the incredible war or fight you see between the Mughals and Guru Gobind Singh at the Gadi Champar, where he saw two of his beloved, his own sons, getting killed by hundreds of other side warriors. One only age 14 at the time, and the other one is 18, but they fought like a brave warrior. And it's okay, you know, not every day you win the war with having all that's dear to you intact. You're going to lose something. This is not the war Guru Gobind Singh put on somebody. He's defending an attack on the freedom of India. But from there he left, and I want you to come with me. If you really want to see what Chardi Kala can be, you know, the highest spirit, a spiritual saint and a warrior. We just know him, a man with a sword or a bow and arrow. A great marksman, we know him as a warrior. But I would like you to see him from your own eyes, an eye of a parent. Then he's told that his 7- and 9-year-old were brutally killed. You know how they were slaughtered? They were bricked alive. And this is not supposed to be a religious war. It's not with the Muslims, because Muslims are fighting from the side of Guru Gobind Singh. Remember Pir Buddha Shah. If you don't have heard this name, look into the chapters of history. Pir Buddha Shah gave 4 of his sons 400 of his murids for Guru Gobind Singh. The first one he sacrificed with the very first war he had at Ponta Sahib. It's not about Muslims. It's about your freedom, your smile. As a human being, we have a right to breathe the same air. Making you incredible, I would like you to come on and walk alongside me in this story from history. Guru Gobind Singh in the jungle, when he found out 2 of his younger ones were killed too. So it carries the pain. I'm just looking at him as a father. He's my guru, indeed he is. Because this is why I made him my guru. I didn't inherit Sikhi, I couldn't. Nanak will never let me become his student because my father was sick. Nanak is my navigator, and I'm the driver of my own life. I want to be healthy, and I am, and thanks to him, he taught me how to be. And I'm very happy. Honestly, there are little things here and there, time has gone up or late. These are little things, but actually I'm very happy, really happy. And thanks to Guru Gobind Singh's curriculum of life. But let's fall in love. I want you to see Guru Gobind Singh. You know what he says? He says to wind. It's a contemplative mind, it's a khayal, it's a thought. First, before you say anything, the thought occurs, right? Then it gives you tears or smile. Which language do you laugh in? Hebrew, Persian? Or do you cry? You don't cry in English. See, that's what rag is, and the rag is Tilang. I'm going to use a Punjabi favorite rag, the rag of Sufis, the Tilang, the rag of the Sufis. Because when I look at Guru Gobind Singh, I feel that how can somebody go through this? And how can somebody put a person through this? Come, join me on this trail of Machhiwara. It's a dark night. This cold night of January. And Guru Gobind Singh was no less than a king, you know. There's a sword in his hand. His feet bleeding. He got some wounds too. But I get goosebumps when I look into his eyes, you know. There's so much light. There's some smile on his face. Although he knows that his younger one's gone too. Who will not care how incredible master this is? They will run from the playground. They will run and climb into his laps. They will play with the spiritual master. Because these were his own. And they're gone, long gone. So that today you can celebrate this. So that today we can breathe that freedom. Guru Gobind Singh, he tells the wind, tell my maker, the creator, Mitra pyare nu, hal murida ka kehna. This is where India's tradition of singing khyal begins from.